You're listening to Manx Radio, and I'm Judith Lay, welcoming you to the podcast of Today at the Guild, results and winning performances from the Manx Music, Speech and Dance Festival.
Manx Radio coverage of the Manx Music Festival is brought to you with Spectrum Windows. Find them on Facebook or spectrumwindows.im.
Faster I, and a very good evening, and this is Judith welcoming you to Monday's edition of Today at the Guild. It is so good to be with you, and my thanks to our specialist music presenters who have very kindly stepped aside from their regular shows this week so that from Monday to Friday in this spot for the next hour I can bring you highlights from the competitions of the Manx Music Festival, the 131st Manx Music Festival. And I've just got so much good music to share with you. I promise you the chat is going to be very, very minimal because I just want to play as much as I can for you. Such a variety of music, so much accomplished performance. And there are a few little stories that I will be telling you as we go along. So let's go to St Thomas's Church now. And the classes chosen for St Thomas's Church really do fit that beautiful setting, the glorious stained glass, the Nicholson murals, just a lovely atmosphere there. And the competitions were yesterday, and we started off with some vocal solos. We're going to come back to those in just a moment. But then we moved on to the 3 organ classes for beginners, intermediate and advanced players. And again, we had a very accomplished, very entertaining adjudicator, Sarah Jeffries. And she did say at the end, she let all the competitors play. So we went straight from Alexander Owenson, who was in the beginners class, then to Chris Callow in the intermediate, and then to John Riley and Gareth Moore in the advanced. And so she allowed them each to play through their programme, which of course made a lovely spread of organ music. And then she gave an adjudication of them all together at the end. And she said, I really feel unworthy to adjudicate at this class because she said the quality of the playing is so good, and she said I just loved sitting there and listening to the music. The winner of the advanced organ class, and you could tell that Sarah Jeffries really had a struggle to place one of the musicians above the other, but she separated John Riley and Gareth Moore by just 1 mark. So Gareth Moore took first place with 90 and John Riley with 89. And, you know, the spirit of that competition says so much about the Guild because they were turning the pages for each other as they were competing. And that's a lot of trust and just shows that the great friendship okay, technically they're competing against each other, but friendship wins out every time. And as the adjudicator said, when she commented on the quality of playing, she also commented on the choice of programme, because there's a time limit for this. It's 15 minutes for each player, and they can make that time up however they wish. And she particularly complimented them on their choice of pieces, complementary pieces, pieces that showed the organ off to its greatest ability and their own playing ability too. So let's start with the British Legion March, and this is Gareth Moore to play for you. Wasn't that terrific? Gareth Moore playing the organ in St Thomas's Church, and that was the March, the British Legion, just part of his class-winning performance. Now, congratulations to the other competitors there, because we had first place for Chris Callow. He was competing in the intermediate class, and congratulations to Alexander Owenson, who was the winner of the beginners class. And adjudicator Sarah Jeffries said that nationally there is a great shortage of organists, that organists are they are highly prized. But she said, after a small pause, she said clearly that the island is well supplied with organists, and she was encouraging particularly Chris and Alexander to keep playing, and I'm sure they don't need any encouragement. We're going to hear a little bit later some music from Chris Callow, and an interesting connection between Chris and the Pollard Trophy, which is the prize for the advanced organ class. We come back to that in just a moment. Now, we're going back to the Royal Hall on Saturday night, and there was a real buzz in the Royal Hall Saturday night, and it was like just a big variety concert, actually, because the classes were all so different and so very, very entertaining. And we're going to go back to the vocal ensemble class. This is for adult singers, and the rules are minimum of 8 singers, maximum of 12. Any combination of voices, male and or female. So this gives our choirs an opportunity to take out ensembles from that within the choir, and in the case of larger choirs, they're able to make up 2 ensembles, and that was the case with Manx Voices. So they had 1 ensemble as Manx Voices and 1 ensemble as Coraaghyn Vannin, which is, please excuse my dreadful pronunciation, Manx Voices in Manx. And it was Coraaghyn Vannin who were the winners of the class, with this song that secured them 89 marks and a class win. Very close marking in this. The Glenfaber Ladies Ensemble was in second place with 88 marks. And the adjudicator, again Sarah Jeffries, was very, very complimentary about the beautiful sound that both of the ensembles created and how well the voices all blended together. Let's listen now to Coraaghyn Vannin. They're under the direction of Angela Stewart, and this is What a Wonderful World.
What a wonderful world.
House-winning performance there from Coraaghyn Vannin, and that took them the first place in the vocal ensemble class, but beautiful singing in the whole of that class, and I promise you, you will be hearing more. You will be hearing music from the Glen Faber Ladies Ensemble and from Musicale and from the Londoo Male Voice Choir as well, just because it's not always my first priority is to bring you as many class-winning performances as I can, but as well as that, try to bring you the variety that is in all of these classes so that you really do get the best possible flavour of the Guild that I can give you. Now, bands. Traditionally, Sunday night is the band time, and Royal Hall is taken over with all our bands. And the lovely thing was that we did have great representation to all our bands there competing, and again, fine playing, very high standard. But it definitely was the night for Rushen Silver Band and Onken Silver Band, because they both did so very, very well in last night's competitions. In fact, the Rushen Silver Band, conducted by James Kinley, were the winners of the concert class. They had 91 marks for their performance. This is a 20-minute programme, and it is just a little mini concert with the pieces are announced. So they were the outright winners there. There is also an additional prize for the best soloist, and it was a Rushen Silver Band player, Ellie Matthews, playing xylophone, who got the prize for the best soloist. And then congratulations to Onken Silver Band, because they won the prize for the best hymn tune with 91 marks. Onken Silver Band are conducted by David Caron. And they also took first place in the Standard March. Onken Silver Band had 91 marks again, for their choice was Red Shield. Their hymn choice was Abide With Me. But again, a very high scoring class, because Manx Concert Brass, with their hymn choice of Eventide, were in second place with 90 marks, under the baton of Ian Clegg, as always. And Concert Brass again were second in the Standard March. Their choice was Ravenswood. So these are all bands that we'll be hearing, maybe not all tonight, but certainly as the week goes on, because we've got plenty of time to bring you, well, I say we've got plenty of time to bring you today at the Guild, but of course every day there's more and more that I want to play for you. So let's get on with the music. Let me play some Rushen Silver Band music for you. This is from their concert class winning performance. As I say, top marks for Rushen Silver Band last night. And their conductor, James Kinley, leads them in this beautiful piece, Stardust, where the soloist is James Kinley. I give you Rushen Silver Band. And as you can hear, that performance by Rushen Silver Band was very, very well received. And their soloist there was James Kinley. And we'll have some more music from Rushen Silver Band. We're going to play a bit later on the track that features the best soloist in the competitions last night. Who comes? Ellie comes from Rushen Silver Band and playing the xylophone. I'll let you hear that just a little bit later in this hour. Now, one of the things that I love, many things that I love about the Guild, is year on year following young singers who start off as tiny little ones and then turn into really confident and accomplished singers. And we're going to listen to one such young lady now, and she is Hannah Clinton. And Hannah had a very good time in St Thomas's Church on Sunday. She won the vocal solo class for 16-year-olds. Minimum age is 16 to 26 years. So that's the age group for this 16 to 26-year-olds. And it's a vocal solo, and it's an own choice. There have to be two contrasting songs that are not already specified somewhere else in the syllabus. You know, they're not a set song for another class. And there can't be anything like lieder or folk songs as or elsewhere in the programme. The official accompanist for this class is Graham Kirkland. Hannah took a first place with 88 marks. She chose one piece by Pergolesi, and she chose also a piece from Benjamin Britten's Cabaret songs. This is Hannah Clinton, accompanied by Graham Kirkland, and this is called Johnny.
Manx Radio's coverage of the Manx Music Festival is brought to you with Spectrum Windows. Find them on Facebook or spectrumwindows.im.
Oh, the valley in the summer, when I and my John beside the deep river walk on and on, while the grass at our feet and the birds up above whisper so soft in reciprocal love, and I leaned on his shoulder. Oh, Johnny, let's play. But he frowned like thunder, and he went away. Oh, the evening near Christmas, as I well recall, when we went to the charity matinee ball. The floor was so smooth, and the band was so loud, and Johnny so handsome, I felt so proud. Squeeze me tighter, dear Johnny, let's dance till day. But he frowned like thunder, and he went away. Shall I ever forget at the Grand Opera when music poured out of each wonderful star? Diamonds and pearls hung like ivy down over each gold and silver gown. Oh, Johnny, I'm in heaven, I whispered to say. But he frowned like thunder and went away. Oh, but he was as fair as a garden in flower, as slender and tall as the great Eiffel Tower. As the waltz throbbed out down the long promenade, oh, his eyes and his smile went straight to my heart. Oh, marry me, Johnny, a lavender man. But he frowned like thunder fond of you, Johnny, my lover. You'd the sun on one arm and the moon on the other. The sea, it was blue, and the grass, it was green. Every star rattled around Tambourine. 10,000 miles deep in a pit there I lay. But you went away.
There it is. Did you hear that little pause? And everybody is so spellbound by the singing that they just wait for a moment before the applause starts. I thought that was a terrific performance there from Hannah Clinton, accompanied by Graham Kirkland. And that was Johnny from Benjamin Britten's suite of cabaret songs, which I think you would agree not an easy sing, but I thought she put it over so well. Well done, Hannah Clinton, 88 marks. And well done also Jessie Quigley, just 1 mark behind, took a second place in that vocal solo class. And Jessie's choice was a piece by William Walton, and to contrast with it, a piece from 4A, and she was just 1 mark behind Hannah Clinton. Now we're going to change to piano music, and I've got 2 great pieces of music. They're very short, but I'm really excited to play this first piece for you, because traditionally, again, Monday in the Royal Hall, lots of piano classes for age groups and different grades. Mostly now the piano classes are according to grades rather than ages, because of course you can work on a particular grade of piano pieces at any age. So it's really, by grouping people by grades, puts pianists of a similar standard all together. And we had wonderful performances, and the adjudicator was again enraptured with all of this, and in fact took a long time over the adjudication, because she talked to each pianist about their particular piece, if it was, because with an own choice, of course, you've got as many different pieces of music as you have pianists. So she took time to say a word or two to each of the performers. But in the class for piano solo, own choice, for any pianists working for grades 3 and 4, it was in fact the first competitor who won the class. And you need to know that the piece of music that she has chosen is called T-Rex Hungry. And that's T-Rex as in big dinosaur, hungry. And that is what Yoyo Li has got to convey in her playing. Listen to this young lady. And before she starts to play for you, let me tell you that she has just had her 8th birthday, and she is already working for her grade 4 piano exam. Her teacher is Judith Christian, herself a very accomplished pianist and a very experienced teacher. And she said to me afterwards, she said, "I am so excited by this young girl's ability." Listen to her now. Class-winning performance from Yoyo Li and T-Rex Hungry. Wasn't that terrifically expressive playing? And that was what the adjudicator was keen to see, that you understood what the piece was about. And you've got to make your own decision at the end, whether the T-Rex actually caught whoever it was chasing. but you could just see a big dinosaur charging along, couldn't you? That was a class-winning performance from Yoyo Li, who is just 8 years of age and working for her grade 4 piano exam. I hope that she stays around on the island. She's a pupil at the Buchan School. I hope she stays around so we can see that very special talent develop. And congratulations to Ruby Partington, who chose Tickling Toes as her piece and took second place in the same class. Now I'm going to play another pianist for you now. This is a young man who won the piano solo, again an own choice class, but this is for pianists working on their grade 1 to 2 exams. Listen to Benjamin Dealtry as he plays for you Railroad Blues, and then I'll tell you the great musical dynasty to which Benjamin Dealtry belongs. Here he is, class-winning performance. It's Railroad Blues. You were on that train, weren't you? You were on that train with Benjamin there, playing Railroad Blues. Now, I don't know Benjamin's exact age, but he is a young man. And let me tell you that I think he too has got a very, very bright musical future ahead of him. His mum is a great pianist, Ruth Cannell, and his grandma, you know where this is heading, don't you? That's right. Benjamin Dealtry's grandma is the one and only Marilyn Cannell, who, as you know, for some 20-odd years was accompanist at the Guild, one of the official accompanists, and has played for accompanied so many people, you know, in contexts of Eisteddfods and concerts and all of that. A fine pianist herself. So certainly Benjamin Dealtry has got all the pianist genes there, hasn't he? And that was a class-winning performance. We'll look forward to hearing a lot more, I hope, from Benjamin Dealtry's piano playing. And plenty of encouragement at home there, I'm absolutely sure. And proud mum Ruth and proud grandma Marilyn, and rightly so. OK, let's hear it for the boys now. And we're going to go back to the ensemble class now. And let's just enjoy the music of the Dhoo Male Voice Choir. They came second behind Coraaghyn Vannin, who we just heard to start the programme. And let's hear them now. Dhoo Male Voice Choir. And it is again, it is an own choice class. Just sit back and enjoy. Jenny Garrett is conducting them.
Jericho.
Dhoo male voice choir bringing the walls down there with the traditional spiritual Joshua. Now, let's go back to the bands, and I promised that I would let you hear the best soloist, and that went to a member of Rushen Silver Band, Ellie Matthews, their xylophone player. Let's listen to that now. Rushen Silver Band, and the piece is called On the Track, featuring soloist who won, as I say, the prize for best soloist, Ellie Matthews.
Manx Radio's coverage of the Manx Music Festival is brought to you with Spectrum Windows. Find them on Facebook or spectrumwindows.im.
Oh, that was just such a good sound, wasn't it? Did you enjoy that? On the Track, featuring soloist on xylophone Ellie Matthews. It was Rushen Silver Band in the background. And I have to say that all the bands played very well. There was lots that was worthy of praise in everybody's performance. And we will, of course, be hearing music from Manx Concert Brass, who were second place with 90 marks in both the march and the hymn tune class. And they were just a little bit better. Two were second place. They were second placed in the concert class as well, that was won by Rushen Silver Band. So congratulations to everybody, irrespective of marks, for, again, as it always is on a Sunday, a very, very entertaining time in the Royal Hall, listening to all our bands giving of their best. And there's no doubt about it, there is something very stirring about a brass band, stirring in a march or a hymn tune, and something very beautiful and expressive in the quieter pieces. Now, what am I going to play for you now? I really am spoilt for choice, but let's listen to this young lady. Now, the winner of the Sheffield Plate last year, which is the Guild's highest award for our young singers, was Lila King. Now, because Lila was very young, I think she was about 6 last year when she competed and won the Sheffield Plate. It was the first time she'd been in the Guild. She's a sing-up student. Olivia looks after her. And but of course, because she was very young, she's got another opportunity to get into the Sheffield Plate competition. And in fact, that's what she did in the Promenade Suite this morning, because we had children singing for us in the Promenade Suite. And Gareth Moore was working very hard. He was official accompanist for both the boys' treble solo class and also the girls' solo class. And this is for 6 and 7-year-olds for the girls, and it's a slightly wider age range for the boys, and they go to between 6 and 9 for boys' trebles. But the girls' solo class, there were in fact 19 youngsters competing, and we had a joint third place for Lexi Wasley and Adeline Swanee. Congratulations to you both. Frida Anderson was in second place, and the current holder of the Sheffield Plate, Lila King, came first. And this means that Lila qualifies again. She will sing in this year's Sheffield Plate competition in the Royal Hall on Friday evening, and that's at 6 o'clock. That's always a lovely competition. If you can get along for that and give the young people your support, that would be lovely. Let's listen to Lila now and see how she's developed her music over this last year. The thing that Olivia Landals said to me about Lila at the time last year, when I was saying that it was quite a surprise that Lila went in for the competition and won it first time, and Olivia said she works very, very hard on her music. She takes it very seriously and tries her very, very best. Let's listen to her now. Lila King to sing for you. She's accompanied by Gareth Moore, and the test piece is The Song of the Boats. This is Lila King.
If I had a boat with sails and masts, the winds would blow to make us go away on the waves that roll so fast. If I had a boat with funnels tall, engines to pound, propellers round, the winds would not have to blow at all. If I had a boat with one brown oar, a wind that slight, a sea that slight, I'm paddling there beside the shore. But I want a boat to ride the sea, to clear away from his way, and a motorboat's the boat for me.
My goodness, how Lila's voice has developed over this last year. Again, she must have been working very, very hard, and it's got that little extra range and just sounds that little bit more grown up. So let's see. We know that Lila has secured her place in the competition on Friday night for the Sheffield Plate. We also know that Parker Kissack has done exactly the same, because he was the winner of the boys' treble solo class. And so that's 2 places allocated for the Sheffield Plate competition. That's Parker Kissack and Lila King. And as the competitions go on, then more places will be allocated. And we've also got a win. Congratulations to duet singers Loena Jockin and Ailish Kilgallen. And they won the duet class, again for quite young singers. This is for ages 8 to 11-year-olds. And they chose Remember Me from Coco. And again, it was a very accomplished performance and something else that we will be listening to as I continue to cover these competitions. But it is always very, very difficult knowing what to choose to play for you. So much good music, great performances. And now this is something that I didn't actually hear, but because I wasn't in the Promenade Suite at the time, but I've heard that it was very, very entertaining. And it's the winner of the adult public speaking class. And this is one where you're given a choice of 3 subjects. And the winner of the class is Gordon Vale. Now, Gordon, who is no stranger to these classes, he's an experienced competitor. And his choice of the 3 that were offered was, is modern living the death of common sense? No prizes for guessing what the answer to that might be. But I am told that it was very accomplished and very entertaining. And I really am looking forward to listening to that myself and to bringing that to you. And this is the great variety of the Guild. There are so many different classes, everything from spoken word, from things that you don't have to prepare for because it's sight reading, right to music classes and instrumental classes that need a lot of work. But really, there is so much on offer in the Guild. It is well worth just thinking, is there something that would just fit the bill for you? Worth thinking about. Right, let's go back to our coverage of the Manx Music Festival.
Manx Radio's coverage of the Manx Music Festival is brought to you with Spectrum Windows. Find them on Facebook or spectrumwindows.im.
Now, I'd like to go back to another class that involves brass instruments that had some fantastic marks. And this was, this was one of the weekend classes that is traditionally is very much a stronghold of the brass instruments. And it's the adult class that this was on Saturday night in the Promenade Suite, brass solo for adult players. And what a high standard. Believe it or not, 3rd place with 91 marks. That would have been a class winner, wouldn't it? And that was fine playing from Ashley Cole. Congratulations to Ashley. 3rd place with 91 marks. 2nd place, Joan Wright with 92 marks. 1st place, Scott Mackey. Variations on a temperance theme. The accompanist for this class is Naomi Cole. Let's listen now to Scott's playing that secured him a win in this class with 93 marks. But huge congratulations to everyone. What a fine standard of playing there. This is Scott Mackey. '93 well-deserved marks for Scott Mackey and variations on a temperance theme. marching out with Rushen Silver Band and Red Shield. We're almost out of time. I'll be back at 9 o'clock tomorrow night with another hour of Today at the Guild, Tuesday at the Guild. This is Judith wishing you a very good night. Evi.